If you're a student, waking up early will get you closer to all of the goals that you have in your life. And the thing is, you don't have to have a perfect routine, because many people believe that in order to wake up early, be disciplined, you need to have like David Goggins mindset or any stuff like that. Well, that's not true. Imagine this is like a video game. You are at level 0 right now and you can't do the stuff that you need to do at level 10 because you don't have the experience yet. You haven't built the level, which is momentum. You haven't built the habits and all the stuff that it requires for you to have that monumental morning routine. But you can start with level 0 or level 1, or which level are you right now. And maybe this hurts your ego because you believe you can do the 3-mile run, then meditate for 1 hour and do the grateful journaling and all that stuff and then be productive. But the thing is, you can't do that. You are not at that level, and that's not an issue. But you have to let go of your ego and you have to admit that you have to build up the skill first. You have to build the habits first, and then by building momentum you can level up and unlock new habits and new routines and stuff that you want to do. Now, I've been in your shoes. I've tried every app, Alarmy and all the apps that they say that they're gonna help you wake up early. I've tried and watched every strategy that you see on video, every strategy that you see on YouTube from guys, YouTubers, whoever is it that wants to teach you to wake up early in the morning, and it didn't work. I used to stay up scrolling for the best ideas on Reddit and Google and everywhere. I even asked ChatGPT, how can I wake up early and be consistent? And everyone just told me stuff that I wasn't able to do them because it required a bigger level than I had available at that time. And because of that, I used to have like 10 alarms and I wouldn't be consistent because what those people would tell me to do is what they did, but they weren't a starter. They were like professionals. They were like doing this for their whole lives maybe, or for 10 years, something like that. And that wasn't fit for me. And I was really angry at myself. I got in a nasty rut where every time I would wake up late, I would be angry on me, and then my whole day would be ruined because I just missed that small thing I couldn't do because it didn't have the things that I wanted to do and the things I would be able to do. It had the things, the routines, the habits required for another type of level that I wasn't at that time. But everything changed because I stayed and journaled on this thing. How can I solve my issue? How can I wake up early and do the things that I can do at my current state? I let go of my ego and I became a level 0 once again. And the thing is, waking up early is like any other habit. How do you get a new habit? Well, you kind of need to train yourself. You kind of need to implement it and make it as easy as possible for you, as simple as possible for you to stick to it. Because if you make it fun enough for you, if you make it like feeling in a way that you want to do it, it's going to be easier for you to stick out to it than not stick to it. Alright, it's like maybe a Friday evening cinema with your friends. It's going to be harder for you to miss that because the reward that you're going to get from that is bigger than the cost. And I wanted to do the same for my habits, or especially for waking up early. And what I did is I trained myself to make it easy for me to install a new habit and also make it, fun for me, fun maxing it in a way that I can stick to it. And even in those days where I feel like I'm tired or I didn't have a good night, or maybe it's just like one of those days where you just have like a rut or something like that, I wanted to make sure that I can stick to this routine even in my worst days, because that's how you have to optimize, I believe. If you want to build momentum, that's what you need to optimize for making sure that you're going to stick to it every day, no matter what happens, no matter what issues you have, no matter what challenges appear. You're going to stick to it because you're going to make it in such a way that you can stick to it even if you have the worst day of your life. You're going to be able to wake up at 5 a.m. or 4:45 a.m. and still do that habit. I trained myself on doing that. I trained myself because that's how you install a new habit. And now I have a very simple alarm routine. I have one alarm, which is on my Alexa actually. And it's like a routine that I have where my lights open up, and I also have music, which is nice for me. I mean, I like it. And how I train myself, where I stayed in bed during the day or whenever I had time, and I play the routine on my phone. And every time, the lights turn on and the music plays, I get out of bed and take a cold shower. I did this like 5-10 times, and that's how I installed a new habit. And that's what I want you to do. If you're struggling right now with waking up early, for example, what you need to do is make sure that you set a simple routine in the morning, one alarm, and I don't know if you have like gadgets or stuff like that, but one alarm and maybe some music. And then during the day, or when you have time, train yourself 10-20 times on it. So you're going to install into your body, and the next time when you wake up and you hear the song, your brain is going to know exactly what you need to do. Get out of bed and maybe do push-ups, maybe drink water, maybe take a cold shower, maybe splash your face into water. Whatever it is that you want to do, then do it. On top of that, what I have is a checkup call from my dad. So what you can do as well, if you have a friend or maybe your parents or whoever is on the same journey as you, you can keep each other accountable by calling yourself, or doing a wake up check alarm, and that way you can make sure that you have a safety backup, right? Because it really helps some days. And like every habit, it's gonna be hard for you at the beginning. You're gonna have a lot of challenges with it, obstacles, but my strategy that I'm telling you here is going to make it a bit more efficient for you, because it's going to install a new habit. But still, it's going to be hard. Still, it's going to feel like a challenge, and I think it's going to be hard at first. It's going to be messy in the middle. You're going to want to give up on it. You're not sure if you want to continue, but it's going to be gorgeous at the end. Like every habit, every new habit that you want to implement, it's going to have these three things. It's going to be hard at first. It's going to feel like a challenge. It's going to be messy in the middle. You're going to want to give up. And it's going to be gorgeous at the end, because you're going to have like a new superpower that you implement. And that's the power of having a new habit. That's the power of waking up early. And if you do this consistently enough, you're just going to feel like a superhero. You're just going to feel like you unlocked a new power. You unlock something special that's going to help you achieve your goals in other areas of your life. And I have a full course on this. If you're interested, just check out my link in bio and join there if you want to master your 5 a.m. morning routine and wake up consistently. Now, I'm going to give you some tips and tricks that you can implement. So after you master this, after you have this routine set up in place, what you can do more for level 1, level 2, stuff like that. So we're still at level 0 right now. You need to have a reward, all right? So whatever you like to do, maybe check the news for 5 minutes, scroll on Instagram for 5 minutes. Well, preferably is something productive. Maybe listen to your favorite song. You need to have something that's going to make you stick out to the routine, right? We have the simple routine, the habit installed, we have the checkup, but now we also have the reward. So there's 3 things that are gonna make sure that we're gonna stick to the habit even in the first phase, which is gonna be hard, and then throughout it, the messy part and the gorgeous part. The second thing is that you need to be rested, right? So to do that, you need to have an alarm for your bedtime, and this is what I have on my phone. I can't show you to you because I'm recording on it, but you have to have a phone alarm for your bedtime. And how this works, for example, I have mine at 8 p.m. in the evening, and when I hear that alarm, the same thing you can do. You can train yourself that you can use a specific song, a different song, that's going to make sure that when you hear that song and you train on it, your body is going to know that, well, I need to wind down my night routine and then go back to sleep. And by doing that, you're going to be rested. You're going to have like a schedule that's going to make it so easier for you to stick to it. And overall, I feel better when I have a schedule. It's just that my body knows that at that time I'm going to sleep, and then I'm waking up early, and it's making the process easier, because you're not going to be tired when you wake up next time. You're just not going to have that extra obstacle. It's going to make it easier for you actually. If you're, for example, right now going to bed at 12, then you can just switch to 9 p.m. like that. It doesn't work like that. You have to do what in gym we call progressive overload. Now in this scenario, you have to do progressive deload. So every day, just go set your bedtime alarm with 15 minutes back. For example, if tonight you're going to go to sleep at 12, next day you're gonna go to sleep at 11:45, then 11:30, and do like that until you're gonna reach your desired bedtime. For example, mine is 8:45 when I go to sleep, but my alarm is at 8. Now you may feel bad about this. You may feel that you don't want to do this because it hurts your ego, right? You just want to switch from today from 12 to 8 to 9. The thing is not gonna work. And as I said earlier, you have to let go of your ego and try and do what I'm saying here, because I tested that. It didn't work for me, and now I'm giving you what worked. So you watch this video because you want to learn. So at least apply what I'm saying to you. Do progressive deload each night so you can get to your desired bedtime. Speaking of my schedule, now as you guys can see here, maybe you can see with the purple, it's when I have to go to sleep, and it's the same every single day. And the thing is, you want to act on logic, not emotions. You don't want to set your bedtime where it's like 7 p.m. in the evening or maybe throughout the day, because you're going to act on emotions. You're going to feel like you don't want to go to sleep, you're not tired enough, and that's not going to work. You have to do this for the next week. Just plan it in advance so you stick out to logic, not emotions, because if you act on emotions, you're not going to do anything. You're just going to lose progress, because you're going to do what you feel like doing, and you're not going to do what you have and you want truly to do. Your past self, your present self that is watching this video is going to want the best for the future self, and that's why you're taking those actions. You also want to avoid bright light before going to sleep with at least half an hour, 1 hour. What I usually do is set my lights for red, so it emulates the sunset, and also it's a signal for my body to go to sleep. Also on my devices, on iPhone I use the color filter for red, and on laptop and PC I'm using f.lux, which is a software that sets the screen to orange or yellow, stuff like that, so it doesn't make it doesn't give you bright light, it gives you. And what I usually do for my laptop and for my PC is that I have a software called f.lux, which emulates the sun as well. So whenever the sun goes down, my screen turns more reddish in a way, so it's also a signal for my body to go to sleep. Another thing that I want you guys to know before ending this video is that sometimes you may think that you don't go to sleep because you have important work to finish. And that's such a big bullshit. Why it is like that? Well, sometimes it might be true if you have a deadline or stuff like that. But most of the times, if you spend time, destroying your bedtime, your bed schedule, you're gonna not feel at your peak. You're not gonna be productive because you're just gonna be tired. You're gonna wanna go to sleep. But if you stop and continue in the morning, you're not gonna lose anything. You're not just gonna be more productive, but like you're gonna get more things done in a smaller period of time, because it's morning. Your brain is fresh, you're rested, and you're just gonna do it even better and faster than you would do it if you would stay like late to finish your task and whatever you have. I used to do this a lot, and I didn't realize this. And I thought like, oh no, I have to finish it because I said today, stuff like that. But sometimes you can't, right? Sometimes you do mistakes and you can't, and that's alright. You just have to learn from them and not do them again. But if that's the case, don't lie to yourself and say that, oh, I have to do this important work by 10 a.m., by 10 p.m. or stuff like that. Just wait until the morning, go to sleep, be rested, and when you wake up next time, you're just gonna do extra and you're gonna do more because you have more time. Perfect. So if you watch this video, it's clearly that you want to take action. I'm gonna give you some summary points that you can take action right now. First of all, you need to get rid of any other alarms, apps that you have, stupid shit like that. Alright, get rid of it. I want you to have one alarm with a song that you like or stuff like that on it, and use that song only for this purpose because you want to be trained on it. And after you have this, train yourself on it 10-20 times. Train yourself. You hear the song, you get out of bed, you go take a cold shower, you go drink some water, you go do push-ups, you go do whatever you want. Just you need to train yourself on this. And then the third thing I want you to do is I want you to find a reward that you can have, something that you like to do, and preferably that's something productive. Listening to a song, podcast, audiobook, whatever you have, something that makes you excited about it and you want to finish your task so you can, do what you want. Have that small reward. Of course, everyone, if you like this, just subscribe and don't forget this. Win your mornings, conquer your days, and I'll see you next time.